Sad news for fans of James Gunn and Basic Human Decency. Plus, we've got a trailer for Star Wars Resistance. And, of course, a mid-scenes premiere of Nomad of Nowhere on the first word. All that and more on Fandom Nonsense. Coming up next.
You got both of our ears.
He didn't hit my ear.
Oh, you got his forehead in my ear.
Will you hand me that card, please?
What's up, man? Thank you. I was like, I don't know what you're looking at. It's crazy.
See, you game all the time.
Not just some
Magic Online.
Taking that home.
I need that.
Hang on, I need this button to be on.
Really chalk.
Oh.
Don't have a pocket.
Here's my car.
Don't give it to him.
Yeah,
What?
to me.
He's gonna throw it. I'm not gonna throw it.
Isn't he gonna throw it?
Yes.
Why do we have to be throwing cards, man?
Don't hit me in the eye, please. It terrifies me. When I was 13, me and my buddy Eric Ringstaff were having a CD. We're having a CD fight. We were like flipping
You're whipping CDs at each other.
I threw one and it scraped my gum off of my top tooth.
Yeah!
It's exactly the reaction. I was like, boom, My mouth just started pouring blood. I was like, what'd you do? Like, started freaking out. And yeah, my gum was just like, and I was like, oh no, what a bad time.
You know that feeling when you get hit in the face and you're like, why does this taste good?
Right?
Speaking of a bad time, welcome to Fandom Nonsense. I'm Zach.
I'm not a masochist.
I am Aaron.
I'm also Nolan.
Oh man, what are we talking about?
Well,
I'm triggered right now. Because of James Gunn.
Right? Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna king shame you.
Yeah.
what about James Gunn, Nolan?
Well, the fact that apparently Disney has confirmed the fact that they're not bringing him back for the third Guardians of the Galaxy film.
That would seem to be the case.
I don't want one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, me neither. If they're just gonna do that to us,
It'll keep the tone, but it'll change the direction. It's
Right.
just gonna look
Right.
fucking
it's gonna
weird.
feel shitty. Nobody can.
Yeah.
That dialogue is like teetering on the edge of being too corny
Like,
and uncomfortable.
unless they got what's his name? Thor Ragnarok director.
Oh,
Oh,
Something.
yeah,
crazy.
Taiki something.
Yeah,
something.
Taiki.
I'm sorry, I can't remember right now.
Right, same. Me neither.
It's like Taki.
It's a really interesting,
Blue Nanny.
uncommon name.
Yeah,
But
but he
even
did what we do in the shadows.
But even so, like, Gunn was supposed to be like the head of the whole cosmic side of Marvel.
Taki Tohi.
Like it's more than just like,
Taquito.
it's more than just Guardians. Just like this whole world we're opening up to, we don't really have someone that we can really trust to lead that more, honestly, cheesy and cornier side
Right.
of the franchise and make
Yeah.
it still work. Like he's proven himself, and it's kind of scary where we go from here without someone like that. I would be just as worried if Feige were to leave Marvel or if Filoni were to leave Star Wars or something.
Kind of you're just gonna start going down the range.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi. He did Boy.
I never saw that. I heard it was really good though.
Thor Ragnarok, Force, What We Do in the
Boy.
Shadows, and the original Green Lantern movie.
I said, what? Ah.
What a fact.
We
Ooh, wow.
we all make mistakes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
true. Was that his first feature?
No.
Is that what you were reading to me? Oh, okay.
Several ones that is recognizable comic book movies, which I guess, space is his bread and butter.
Yeah, maybe it makes sense that he would be at Disney more than DC.
Yeah.
Or, doing
Because
DC movies.
doesn't have as much directional freedom with DC that he does. Like, he gets to set up shots, but we want it to look like this. If you don't make it look like this, then we can't have that.
Let James Gunn do a Green Lantern movie.
So according to Variety, Disney and Marvel have decided to firmly stand by the decision to not rehire Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn back in the third installment. The decision was finalized after Gunn's meeting with Disney's chairman, Alan Horn, which the outlet described as a civil and professional meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Right. The outlet also reports that even though Marvel president Kevin Feige wasn't able to attend this meeting because he was out of town, he also stands by the decision of not reinstating Gunn back to Guardians 3. However, the studio is reportedly considering using the script that Gunn penned for the film, the absence of which is a deal breaker for co-star Dave Bautista.
Okay.
That seems shitty to me.
That's
Well,
That's the only way it's going to happen. They're already in pre-production. They already have they already have like a release date slate and everything. Marvel is too planned out and structured for them to at this point completely rework it and have to completely redo everything.
Okay.
So I think the script is probably okay. Whether or not someone directs that well, because who knows? I've never seen any like making of with Guardians, so I don't know. It feels like the kind of movie that a lot of stuff happens on set.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of line changes and stuff based on
Improvised dialogue.
Yeah.
Especially with who they are, like Dave Bautista. He's not going to be. He doesn't seem like. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to say capable.
Right.
But as an actor, he seems very free. You know what I mean? Like he just kind of says what he wants, what's fitting to it.
Right.
As if the script isn't what he's really thinking about, just tone. You know.
Yeah. And I think that really relies on a good director to know where to straddle that line.
The guy's going in like a new stepdad, and I don't think they're gonna like it.
Yeah. But
Hey guys.
Did you get turned off by the phrase
I know
going
that your
in like a
dad's
new
not
stepdad?
here anymore, and you don't like that. But I promise, if you just work with me, I'll make sure that you are worked with as well. I've never heard my stepdad say that about anything, so I don't really know where I was going with that. But that's what I imagine is that like
Stepdad energy?
Yeah, if he's not gonna buy us milkshakes, I don't want nothing to do with him. You know.
It's like,
That's how stepdads work, I guess.
Yeah, they give you milkshakes.
That's what's up. Yeah. Aaron said stepdads.
I only have one stepdad.
okay, so far,
You got a weird.
coming in here like a new stepdad. My stepdad gives me milkshakes.
Yeah, that's what he's doing to the Guardians, and they're not happy.
Good.
Or they are happy because they get milkshake. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
how pissed is the cast?
Who's
about
getting a
this
milkshake?
decision?
I mean,
That's
pretty much everybody has come out on Gunn's side. I think the only one who's actually been like, I'm not going to do it if
Batista.
yeah.
Bautista.
But they wrote that letter about how like we stand with James, but we're also contractually obligated to stay in this situation
Yeah.
forever. So
Yeah.
Contractually ovulated.
ovulated.
You.
So, unless they get Taiki Waititi to do it, it just doesn't. It feels kind of empty,
I feel like that there's probably a good chance of that because they'll probably keep internal.
right? I hope everything does.
Can we not?
Yeah, please.
What?
Do this for me? Thank you.
Didn't work out the first time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it did.
Nothing.
Him tossing a cigarette butt over here.
It went fine.
Yeah, it went fine.
It landed on me and almost burned me. Oh, you're talking about where it burned my lips?
No, that was great.
No shit.
That went so well. He was fine.
That went so well for him getting burned in the face.
So
Where's Team Thor?
I guess it bears noting that the reasons behind James Gunn being fired and not being rehired may be more complicated than just PR and trying to cover that shit up. Basically, the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, is going to be stepping down, and there's kind of an empty void in that space that everyone from Kevin Feige to Alan Horn, the chairman, to Kathleen Kennedy, and probably the CEO of Fox or whatever comes over is going to be fighting for.
Yeah.
So this is really what it all comes down to, is Alan Horn made a decision, probably realized it was a rash and stupid decision, but he doesn't want to be seen as being weak and unauthoritative. So we're kind of stuck with this all for just business politics.
If I was going to write a headline for this article, it would be Disney misfires Gunn. Right?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's solid. Yeah.
Good job. You should be a column writer.
Not just the titles.
Yeah, just
That's the title creator. So, what's new in the hood?
What is new in the hood?
I don't know. What's some? Give me some more information. This is where I come to get all my updated news.
Oh, well.
The show that I'm on. With
Yeah,
opinions
that
about.
seems strange.
It's not. There's some stuff I don't know about, and some stuff that I do know about.
That's true.
I'm just a talker.
Hey, do we have to wait till the end to talk about DZ?
No.
I mean, we don't have
We
to.
don't really have much else.
By the way, did we do intros this time around?
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because he said he's not a masochist.
That's right. Okay.
That's
yeah.
true. Right, and I was triggered.
Where were you?
I'm just making sure.
I'm high. I forgot. Also.
I could
Yeah,
never.
well, obviously.
I could never forget you.
Okay, so
I figured we were clipping that whole thing. 'Cause yeah.
What old thing?
all that
This,
thing.
all of it.
As soon as
Everything
yeah.
you just missed. That's what
As soon as I asked.
Where were
When-
you?
I'm just making sure that we got it.
Right.
Like, it's happened twice in the last like 20 minutes, and I've done it fucking 40 goddamn times at least. I just want to make sure.
Is this episode 40?
No, it's like 30.
No,
Well,
but
we've
if you've
done it at
twice
least, like,
now, then you've
10
done it,
episodes that we haven't aired.
6
Yeah.
times in one episode.
Yeah.
Remember that one day we couldn't get around for shit?
Yeah,
and I kept
right.
fucking up, not remembering my name. Well, to say my name. Yeah, it was a good day. So can I give some good information about it?
Yeah, you got some good information about it?
Yeah, he
Did you
does.
hear what I said earlier?
I didn't listen.
Nah, probably
No problem.
not. And then the newest.
Roshi and
and then
Sting.
shut up! Damn it! Take that away from me! And the newest.
He's the worst
He
person.
is. I'm gonna throw shit at him. The newest chapter leak of Dragon Ball Super manga, Master Roshi goes to Ultra Instinct and literally like dodges blows from Jiren and lands a bunch.
Cool.
Right? Isn't that weird?
Oh,
I mean,
that's awesome.
It's kind of like it's crazy that they would take it in that direction, but at the same time,
It
it's
makes
like,
sense.
They're doing the pacing really well,
I know.
and like Kefla didn't fight Omen Goku; she fought Ultimate Gohan.
Oh, that's cool.
And they knocked each other out of the ring at the same time, and it's very
Alright.
more fitting for the characters.
I really
So-
love that because, we've seen Gohan be such a bitch
Yeah.
for so long in so many situations where he could not be a bitch.
I like, but hate it at the same time because Kefla was, Broly and another Super Saiyan fused together, right? And so, like, the new movie, Broly is going to be able to take on Super Saiyan Blue,
Right.
but Kefla was able to take that on and then, like, stop at Ultra Instinct. So it's really fitting for the showing that the Broly legendary Super Saiyan can take on Super Saiyan Blue, kind of that heads up. But if they're removing that in the manga, unless they're going to do a one-shot about the movie, which I fucking doubt, it's kind of just like a weird moving the canonized version.
If they don't do it in the series, which God I hope they don't, I couldn't think of nothing I'd want less, other than just Super coming back in general. Anything I'd want less than the next arc being the Broly movie made into an arc.
Oh,
God,
dude,
it
if
would-
they do that, they're ruining themselves
Yeah.
because they did that with 2 movies already. Just fucking stop, dude.
But I think that's the only way we're going to see the Broly movie in the manga. We might see
Yeah.
some kind of like adaptation or something.
Resurrection of B or
Right.
that joke we made
Okay.
last week.
So, can you honestly, at this point, argue the anime from the manga then? Because they're so
Yeah.
fucking different.
Oh, you mean like
Like-
there's they're completely different things.
Yeah. Like if you're using like character points or character
strengths
development or
and things
something,
that.
like
you have
it's
to pick one and stick with it.
Yeah.
And assumably it's going to be the anime.
Yeah.
Right.
Because manga's underrated nowadays. So.
Yeah. Everything I've read of them, which the early stuff it doesn't seem to be too divergent from.
No, it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. But from what I've heard from you on the
Super.
Universe Survival arc, it's made like
I mean,
rap-
shit, even everything, really, like showing that Trunks' Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan
Rage.
mode is the same strength as Super Saiyan 3, and showed that Goku had to go Super Saiyan God in order to knock Trunks out because he couldn't handle him, and then showing Vegeta's Super Saiyan God form and the Goku Black arc and all that. They keep changing those things, and it just kind of ruins it because it's nice to see Vegeta reach Super Saiyan Blue first, and then end up seeing him being able to turn into Super Saiyan Red because of necessity.
Right.
The pacing on the anime or the manga is so much better than the manga, and then they just turn around and fucking ruin it. You know what I mean? So either way, I'm excited for the movie.
So Broly can go blue. Say
No,
that?
Broly cannot go.
Oh, I thought you said he
Those
could.
words come out of my
I thought you
No.
said he could.
No,
My
I
bad.
said he could take
Broly
on.
gets
Oh,
his
take on
power
blue.
from a different source.
Yeah, the sun.
Not the Saiyan.
Like Superman. He's the
His-
Doomsday Goku.
His comes from a different god, like the god of
Yeah.
the fans.
Doomsday
He's
Del
also
Goku.
the source.
Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi. No, yeah, the noodle guy. What's his name? Yoshimitsu to Yoshi something.
The noodle guy.
Yeah.
Yoshimitsu from Tekken?
No, the Super Saiyan God original. Yoshi.
Oh, Yamoshi.
Yamoshi. Yeah, Yoshimitsu. That's what's up though. He's dope.
Yeah. He's in another series. Isn't he?
Tekken.
Soul
Not
Calibur.
Tekken, Soul Calibur.
He's in Soul
and
Calibur.
he's in. I want to. He's in another.
He's in another fighting game.
I want to think it's Tekken.
Is he in,
He's from originally from Tekken.
Yeah.
right? Is he in one of the
No?
Oh, Shimizu.
those ninja games from
Ninja Gaiden? No.
No. Tenchu.
Oh, no. But I know what you're talking about. Tenchu Z and stuff? No.
Isn't he in one of them?
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't played enough Tenchu to verify.
That's right. They had that awful Tenchu Z sequel and then it
Yeah.
fucked up everything.
Tenchu Z.
Talon's coming back.
I know.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Excited. Talon.
I want to see Young Sung come back.
Takes place before 5.
Yeah, no.
It's
Wait, no, I didn't know that.
storyline-wise, Yeah.
We're talking about the next Soul Calibur?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think it takes place like after 2.
Really?
Because, yeah, because Siegfried is Nightmarian
Yeah.
or something like that. So, either way, dope.
So, Damon Lindelof's Watchmen receives series order at
I
HBO.
saw that. Oh man.
After
That's
receiving a pilot order in 2017, Lindelof's Watchmen project has been given a series order at HBO, The Hollywood Reporter confirmed. The series, referred to by Lindelof as a remix of the original story, is expected to premiere in 2019. Set in an alternate universe, yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, it's like
Originally published as a 12-issue miniseries in 1986, Watchmen quickly became one of the sequential art's most acclaimed stories. Original story centers on a murder mystery before unfolding into a planet-altering conspiracy that ultimately asks where the fine line is drawn between heroes and villains. In a letter to fans, Lindelof made it clear that the Watchmen series won't be an adaptation of the comics, but an original story with new faces and unknown characters introduced into the universe that he intends to remix.
that's
The pilot is already made up of an ensemble cast that includes Jeremy Irons, Regina King, my mouse getting away from me.
It's a strange name.
Yeah, it is.
Shoelace,
Don Johnson, Lou Gossett Jr., Tim Blake Nelson, Adelaide Clemens, Andrew Howard, Francis Fisher, Jacob Min, Trent, and other names that I don't recognize.
right.
What is Jeremy Irons doing in there?
Abdul Mateen II. That's a good name.
Yep.
That's my
Strong,
dude.
strong name.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not say what Jeremy Irons will be doing.
What if he's Alfred?
Well,
Because that's in the DC universe, isn't it?
What?
Watchmen,
yeah,
it's a DC
in
comic,
The DC
yeah.
universe, but
I don't think it
like-
exists in the same universe as.
No, I don't think so.
And plus, this is an
Superman
alternate
Evolution.
universe. as
Yeah,
well.
it's-
and so I'm not. I don't know. It's weirding me out a little bit. It seems like it's going to be the same show, but then they're just going to take all these liberties. I use that term lightly.
Right.
And go their own direction and create something different.
Like Teen Titans.
I think they're gonna do either
Yeah.
the original run of the Watchmen.
The original 12.
Yeah, in the Watchmen timeline. The
That'd be
first-
good because the movie took place in the second
Right.
set of the Watchmen.
Right. So
Watchmen.
the graphic novel did too.
mean,
That's kind
there's-
of like the present of
Right.
the Watchmen comic, but
Big Blue Dick, no?
yeah, we could go into the future, kind of,
Third set of Watchmen.
but yeah, I feel like it's more likely that
Watchmen
they'll
Beyond.
just do like right before we see the main series,
Right.
the graphic novel movie.
Yeah. Which I mean, I'm okay with that. It's not like Watchmen's not something like Batman or Superman where there is
Right.
that.
Well, we've seen it a million times.
And there is this huge back catalog to
Right.
pull from. Actually, having something new in the universe might actually be kind of cool
That would
if it's done well.
If we ever get up there enough, guys, I really want to make a Justice League Beyond movie.
No, I'll save it.
Oh, I don't think he was dismissing your idea.
yeah, I was like,
he just
alright,
because
well.
I'm not gonna reply.
He's like,
and, yeah.
No, go fuck yourself. Damn, Zach, I didn't know it was like that, man.
Like with like Old Man Superman.
Yeah, Old Man Superman, and Green Lantern, and because the Green Lantern and the Beyond's
He's got dreadlocks.
Aang.
No, he's a
looks
monk
like
who's
Aang.
a
Oh,
lantern.
Right.
What's our
I was
what's our
thinking the
time?
future episode of Justice League, where
Yeah.
Justice League Beyond.
yeah.
You talking? That was, dude. That was Static Shock.
Was that Static Shock?
Yeah.
Old black dude.
All Black Static.
Damn, I'm fucking up.
Well,
Get your shit together.
All right.
Put it in
Alright,
the
well,
bag.
I confabulate Green Lantern and Static Shock sometimes because they hung out. In the show. What?
Oh, he's talking. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get your John Stewart and Static Shock confused.
What is his real name? Virgil Hawkins.
Virgil.
Virgil.
They definitely have a run together. In
Yeah.
the
I mean,
show.
they're also voiced by the
Guys.
same guy.
Yeah.
Both black.
Yeah, and they're both black.
we'll close out with we'll
That's
close
what I
out
meant,
with Star.
yeah.
We'll close out with Star Wars. So right now, it is time for the first word. So,
Huh?
Nomad.
What about it?
Of nowhere.
Nomad of Nowhere. Now that was a good mid-season premiere.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I mean, you could see why they took the break.
oh yeah, just animation.
That
alone
did
was-
look really nice.
Yeah,
There was a moment where I was noticing when Scout had the egg, the feet were still kicking. And I was just like, that's a nice touch. That's
Yeah.
only something you do if you're like really caring about every
Right.
scene.
Man, that the whole bit with the Nomad and the egg, like if him, like all the bad
Right.
things happening one after another.
I liked that because they were using it as a vehicle to display Nomad's motivations and why he's having trouble dealing with Toph's side of things, which you could say are also noble motivations.
yeah.
Right.
Because she doesn't want any of the like chaos and destruction that's following the Nomad to happen either.
Right.
But her solution to it is you're on you now.
Right.
So come with me so that we can stop all the bloodshed.
Right.
But Nomad is just trying to
I just
like
follow
help the
him.
world the way
Yeah.
he does.
I'm glad that we
Yeah.
finally, which they did a good job of showing, not telling, for the first 6
Yeah.
episodes. But I'm glad that we got it laid out. Like, no, it's not that the Nomad is evil or that he's cursed anybody or anything. It's because he's clumsy. It's because he goes into towns and fucks shit up, and he
Right.
causes problems for people that aren't magic, so they can't just magically solve them like he can.
Yeah, and it was
Like,
like
it
this
was-
episode in particular. None of that was an occurrence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't his doing.
Right.
It was others and him trying to just help.
Yeah.
It's
always him trying to help.
right.
Yeah.
The chaos he inadvertently causes just because of the circumstances of his existence. The way people react to him is inherently chaotic and oftentimes violent, and so that causes a lot of dismay. But it's not because of his own intentions; it's his inability to like exist in his world comfortably.
Right.
That
He's the only one of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a flaw and a virtue at the same
Yeah,
time.
like okay. So the last time we were talking about Nomad, we were talking about coming back. I was talking about like what my hypothesis was about where the show will go and him like going to town and all that stuff, and he compared it to Avatar, and then I started thinking back on it, and I'm like, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
You know, every
they
town
have the
that
same kind of archetype.
yeah, every town that he's visited, like people are like, "Oh, you're the last one of them. You're only going to bring danger to us. Go away."
Right.
Thank you very much for your help. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
But
At the come the end of times of this whole thing,
Right.
we'll be there for you. You know.
it seems like Nomad gets a lot less of that though.
Yeah.
People that
It's not
are
people
down
like
with Nomad have to be like
Yeah.
really down with him.
Yeah.
Like, risking something to be down with him.
Yep.
So
And we are now about getting close to 2 months away from Ruby Volume 6. And we just had the Adam trailer drop this last week.
Yeah, I told you guys about that, and I did not watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I was at work, and I was like, "Hey, just so you're aware, saw it on Twitter. Get there now, you know." I did watch Ruby Chibi. They
I
had
don't think any of us watched Ruby Chibi.
Well, it had Ruby in it, like the real Ruby.
Yeah, I saw a screenshot of that.
what?
Yeah, like Ruby, it was like all of them having dreams, and Ruby was
Ah.
having a dream that she was riding Zwei, and then like bumped into herself, and she was like, "Are you a cosplayer?" And she was like, "Oh my god, you're so cute," and like talking and trying to like threaten each other. So it was cute. I think it was just kind of like, besides the Adam trailer, to show off the look, you know, like kind of how
Yeah.
they smooth things out.
Yeah.
Teaser for the new season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam trailer was stuff in the past. Like it
Was
showed the old the leader of the old leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan,
Yeah.
the one that he ended up killing.
Was it old graphics and stuff?
No, it was the new graphics, but it was showing like them all working together. Him, Gira, Blake.
Back when.
Yeah, back when they were all like kind of friends.
I think it's the point that made Gira leave. I think that's kind of what they're getting across. Either that or it's like he's still kind of connected to it because Gira was there, but it seemed to be kind of that crossing point where spoilers, sorry, Adam kills a few people or something like that. I've only watched it once, but
he kills a lot of people.
That's
and
what
robots.
Yeah,
That's kind of the general issue I think Gira has with him. Because he's
We're
utterly
killing
effective at what he's trying to do, in that sense. But
Yeah, Garrett looked like a little punk in this trailer. Whenever he was like sitting there hiding on the other side of a truck, like, please don't shoot us.
yeah.
I am but a feeble man.
I think it was just like that's kind of
Spot
how he
on.
is.
Right.
He's sort of a pacifist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just like-
he's on that end of the spectrum. Sienna's in the middle,
Right.
where she doesn't or didn't necessarily agree with Adam's tactics, but sometimes violence
She
is
saw that they got
necessary.
results.
Yeah, exactly. What else has happened in this week?
Didn't you guys watch Let's Pine? It's the Sugar Pine Let's Play.
Oh no, I
They,
haven't.
they were taking turns playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They're like pretty much just like adding their points after a few games, see whoever win.
Right.
Who won?
James, I'm pretty sure it was James.
I would have expected that.
Yeah.
They put the Murder Room second episode out.
Dude, kid.
Oh, did they? Oh, I need to check that out.
It was Bernie, Ashley, and two others that I don't really recognize, but
Cool. My
not enough to
favorites.
remember their names right now.
The first $100 question Kib got was, "What is the closest planet to the sun?" And he immediately just went, "It's Earth." Click. It's Earth,
Oh.
right?
Come on, give it a beat.
And then the next time he got on there, it asked him that exact same question again, and he spent forever just sitting there like looking at it like, "Fuck, is it Mercury? Is it?" And fucking Septic and the other guy are like,
Is it?
Yeah, they're like, "Is it? I don't know."
Was it just the three of them?
Yeah.
Was it just Okay, so what I was going to say earlier, but save for this. So, Rooster Teeth is owned by Fullscreen, who is owned by Otter Media,
Yeah.
who is owned by a joint merger between AT&T and Chernin. There
What?
is speculation, just some
okay.
other fucking,
Right.
financial group or whatever.
That
There's
is-
speculation that AT&T is going to be buying out Chernin's stake of Otter Media.
Oh God.
Wait, so
That
No.
puts Rooster Teeth in the same corporate umbrella as Warner Brothers and DC and Cartoon Network and all of that.
The subsidiary.
Yeah,
Does that make it possible?
that makes that technically I would think,
I love that.
because I mean we've had Warner Brothers crossover with Hanna-Barbera.
What?
So I mean, I'd be entertaining a lot of it,
Yeah.
especially with all the new animation
I'm
that's
just
coming about.
I'm just saying that could be a possibility.
Yeah, that's realms right there.
Yeah, that's Rome. That's a place to play around in, and I would,
See Rooster Teeth Animation do an animated DC movie.
dude. Yeah, no, I would like to see, another at least Batman and Superman series animated.
Right.
Probably Wonder Woman and say the Flash too. I would say those are probably your, maybe Cyborg. And then maybe once a year, every couple years, have, instead of doing a Justice League series or a Justice League movie, do an event. Do like a week-long, like 5-part mini-series or something. Build up to it in all the different series and do something like that. That'd be
Neat.
Yeah.
See it. Downs.
Yeah.
Downs?
I'm downs.
I have downs for that.
All right, guys. Sorry. You put that thought into your head.
It's like, oh yeah, man, Downs. No.
Mm-mm.
Downs.
Insensitive.
But I do think there's,
That's really bringing
in
it
a
down.
more like in a more realistic sense, this could definitely open the wheelhouse for the for voice actors and stuff for RT. Like
Right.
they're already pulling some great names, but if they have that connection through their parent company to get
Well, I think
Steve
it's
Bloom and what's his fucking Batman? I can't. Which
Christopher Nolan.
Kevin Conroy.
there he is.
Oh wait, what? Rooster
Oh,
Teeth
no,
got
you're
Kevin
talking
Conroy?
No, I'm saying that
Yeah.
Oh.
with having that connection through their parent company, like they have
Bruce something, right?
Banner.
No.
Bruce Timm. You're thinking of the
That's the guy who helped create, or no, he produces a lot of Batman stuff.
the animated series
Yeah.
and a lot of.
Did he animate the animated series?
Well,
Oh.
he drew the probably initial.
I
styling.
think so. Yeah.
That's what they pay people for. So one guy doesn't have to draw it all the time.
Right. No, a bunch of. That was the '90s, so I'd say probably a bunch of Koreans
Yeah.
did the Batman animated series.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another strange name.
The Koreans?
Koreans?
A bunch of Koreans.
Strange name?
First name a bunch of, last name Koreans.
I thought it was a bunch of Koreans.
Bunch of Koreans. What a weird last name.
That was a
Yeah.
strange last name.
A bun.
Of the Bel Air
Chevco
Chef Koreans.
Middle name Chunk. A bun. Middle name Chunk of.
Last name
Koreans.
Koreans?
Koreans.
Oh wait.
Chunk of, wait.
Oven
Chunk of. Chunk of. Chunk of. Chunk off.
Chukovka. Chunk off.
Chunk off?
Koreans.
An
Koreans.
animator. I'm a doctor, not an animator.
I'm a bunch off Chekov. No. The bunch off Chekov.
Bunch of
Check out Kakafaba.
Does anybody have any more Rooster Teeth news from this week? Anything good anybody watched? The last few episodes of Alt Life have been fucking fantastic.
I mean, I just watched some Off Topic.
Yeah,
I mean,
off topic's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Barbara and Mariel, still adorable.
Yeah.
Still a good time. Gavin,
His haircut's weird.
Wait, you're talking about
You're talking about Always Open?
always open.
always open. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Not off
Always open on the spot. Off
Yeah.
topic.
I haven't watched the latest Always Open.
I haven't.
Those are all really similar titles, and I tend to.
Oh, 10, they're a little bit similar here. I see you get the confusion. Michael Jones even called off topic one time off the or no John I think
Off
he
the
called
spot?
off the spot
Damn it.
on the topic off
Yeah.
the spot. Yeah, no, not a whole lot of big news. At RTX, the lab group took a bunch of the
Did we talk about the Adam tribute?
yeah, just now. Barely, but yeah, just now. They took a bunch of convention goers that were at the panel for the lab and had them all collaborate to make an episode of something for the lab.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's something about like people hunting animals or something like that.
People
But
hunting people.
just like normal random people. Interesting. I don't know. We'll find out what it is soon.
Yeah. Well, that concludes your first word. We'll be back next week with more Nomad and
There's only a
more
couple
of this
words.
nonsense. Yeah. It's only a few words. It's not that many.
Scepter.
Scepter?
Scepter.
We'll be back.
Well.
And we're back.
What are we talking about now, boss?
Well,
Scepter?
we've got the Star Wars Resistance trailer, but there really wasn't much there.
Not a lot to unpack on that.
Poe
No.
Adventures.
What?
Poe
Yeah.
Adventures.
Star
Yeah.
Wars: The Adventure of Dameron.
Yeah, and his little
Damn
sidekick.
it,
He's
Devin.
probably going to be the main character. I'll be surprised if it's even on the levels of Rebels as far as like actually having any kind of strong themes or anything. It's certainly not going to be Clone Wars, especially with Clone Wars coming back. They don't need to kind of mature animated series. So I'm expecting this one to be more geared towards children, but that's okay. As long as the characters are well written and there's still some
Right.
fun in there, I can enjoy my Star Wars just for the sake of enjoyment.
Get them while they're young.
Yeah.
We need Star Wars fans for a new generation. Keep Disney in line, especially when they own the universe.
And hopefully there's, since it's a big gap in the story that a lot of people want some answers for, hopefully there's some kind of lore enough in there to kind of fill some spaces for
Yeah, they
people.
want more of the original bad guy. What was his name?
Snoke?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
I was just thinking
give me
that's
more.
probably...
Give me more Snoke.
Why do you want more Snoke? That's
Right.
what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get enough.
Seems interesting. Maybe he.
I don't know where he came from.
Maybe like episode
That's
8
true,
will
I guess.
have some sort of or 9 will have some sort of
Some
like,
Snoke background?
some sort of some plan.
Snoke.
That
I don't
Snoke has.
think...
It won't.
He had like a plan, and now he's taking it over, and he's like still trying to go with that plan or whatever, and like give us more background on those and the setups that he did. Like maybe he was quite the manipulator or something. Yeah, something
Possible.
interesting. Because if it's there, he's alive, right?
He's not alive, and there won't be anything about Snoke in this movie. I'll be surprised if Snoke. What?
He was alive.
Oh, in the
Yeah, in
I thought you meant episode 9.
No, in Resistance.
Oh,
I'm saying
yeah.
He'll probably.
I don't know like where it falls in the whole aftermath of the Empire and the New Republic and the First Order forming and all of that. So we'll see on that. As far as 9 goes, I'll be genuinely surprised if Snoke is even mentioned in episode 9.
That's why I said it'd probably be something like, oh, Snoke came up with this plan, and then like he's just fulfilling the plan. You know what I
It
mean?
might be somebody Snoke knew.
Right. So is that
Somebody
too?
Snoke.
I mean, there's
But since it's
Was
a
it
Disney
Apprentice
show, it feels like they probably. Well, obviously it's a Disney show, but it isn't. If it's on the Disney Channel, it doesn't seem like they're gonna put that much into having that dark storyline going. You
Yeah.
know.
which Mark Hamill has been playing Luke in Forces of Destiny. It's little. It is certainly geared towards children, but they're little 2-minute, 3-minute shorts of just little side stories. They're canon, but they're kind of inconsequential. But again, Hamill has been playing Luke, and it's weird to hear Hamill at his age and sound like young Luke. Like it really sounds like Luke again. So
That's cool.
we could potentially get some Jedi Academy stuff in there with Luke. Maybe, who knows?
He's really skilled as a voice actor.
Yeah, he really is.
Mark Hamill.
But
Soft H.
Yeah.
you,
Mark.
Yamo.
it's when you have things like Star Wars or comics or Lord of the Rings or something that have these huge expanded universes behind them, you can't get everything across in the movies. Like you just can't. Snoke is not a character that warrants having a whole act dedicated to his backstory or motivations or everything, because he's set dressing for Kylo. Like that's the story that we're focused in on, and there's not enough, with how big the universe is, there's not enough time to cover everything. So I'm sure we'll get something on Snoke, but it's not going to be in the movie.
Right.
But
Yeah, people forget that we kind of felt the same way about the Emperor throughout all of
until
the first trilogy.
and really and McDermott is one of the better performances in the prequels, but still I don't really know if that was necessary to see. Like the Emperor was still like a strong iconic villain for 15-16 years without having that backstory. Yeah.
Yeah, he had mystery to him.
Right.
More so than he does now.
Speaking of mystery, and this is how we will go out.
All right.
This is how we go out.
This is how we go out.
Well, it's been a good run.
It has.
Good.
The Mortis arc of the Clone
yeah.
Wars.
Absolutely. I really appreciated this arc.
Yeah.
I think it's a microcosm for the overall conflict that the Force kind of demands.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what it is. Also, aesthetically, it's really pleasing to
Yeah.
see how the universe would manifest its extreme feelings of good and evil, or extreme settings of good and evil.
Yeah.
in what we know to be Star Wars, because it really always feels like Star Wars, even though it's such a foreign kind of atmosphere and place. It's the most esoteric and formless of all of the settings I've seen in Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, definitely. You remember the one he was talking about, right? With the brother and sister and the father.
Paying attention this whole time.
It's like it kind of confirms Anakin being the chosen one.
Yeah.
As they understand it, because he's approached by, well, first the sister, the embodiment of good, which I think is kind of it mirrors Anakin's experience in the movies, because he's first approached by the good side of the Force, or
right.
those who wield it, but ultimately he becomes corrupted by the brother, who is basically the embodiment of evil.
Of the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess they're not necessarily...
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of what we learned, is that Anakin's status of the Chosen One is kind of... it's predicated on his ability to be able to control both sides of the Force. And we're kind of shown that there are merits and weaknesses to either side.
Yeah.
And that's the struggle that the Force has throughout the conflicts that we see in Star Wars. It's the essence of Star Wars, to me.
Oh yeah.
And we also get a glimpse into Anakin's realization of his future misdeeds. He is all the events of Mortis are kind of, they're relegated to this space of like being parallel to what's happening while also still occurring
right.
at the same time.
It's kind of in and out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that everything is going to be balanced when you return from Mortis, because that's essentially what.
But what ends up
happening?
What ends up happening
because of Anakin,
and possibly on like at the top domino that sends everything down into this spiral, the daughter, the light side of the Force, dies and is killed by accident by the brother, and so the Force is out of balance, tipped towards the dark side, which.
And he does so because the sister convinces Anakin to bring the only weapon that can kill them to the brother, and basically it's showing how the good side can tilt favor into the dark side of the Force. I keep saying good and evil when I really mean dark and light.
Right.
The light side of the Force basically, through its own endeavors, gives power to the dark side. And that's always how it is. It's in that constant spin of yin and yang.
Right.
Like bleeding into one another.
Both sides are really more powerful than the other.
Right. They kind of belie each other's existence. You can't
have light without dark.
Right. Because everything just topples. But also they exist in a constant state of entropy like we do. So it's easy to see dark triumph, especially in what we see in that arc.
Right.
It's like the mechanisms to how power shifts from light to dark.
I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what he said, but Dave Filoni laid it out really well once in an interview or a Q&A, where the light and dark side of the Force are essentially just the basic life and death process. It's birth and decay. That is always in perfect balance. That can never be thrown out of balance. Force always corrects itself. The dark side of the Force, as far as human action and will is concerned, is what is corrupting.
Right.
Because it's selfish and self-destructive. So there's always a struggle in the moral sense of the Force for that balance, but the dark side always tries to overpower the light because that is the nature of the dark side.
It's entropy. It's necessary.
Yeah.
Light needs to be in check as much as darkness.
Right.
Or else, Thanos decides to melt half of the universe because there's overcrowding.
Which
justify.
Okay.
Immolate.
Justify.
All right. So I have to make a retraction on a previous position that I've had on this show.
Yeah.
I cannot say that I agree with Thanos.
Oh, you mean like logically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not just like, obviously, ethically and morally, no,
Right.
but logically, no, because Malthus was wrong, and that's not how,
Right.
that's not how populations work, and
Yes.
the more people you have, the more producers you have, and the more things you have being made. So blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So the whole idea of
If food scarcity is going to be worse.
right, the whole idea of food scarcity getting worse as the population grows doesn't really check out with the math. So I have
the
to.
population won't grow on its
Right.
own, you know.
He could have
without
just as
having-
easily expanded the universe
Right.
to give space to.
Well, I mean that's
all
just
these people.
that's his character flaw. That he only sees
Right.
one way to solve the
Yeah.
problem. That and his solution to the problem itself.
Yeah, people told him, you can't do that. He said, alright,
He just said,
shit.
I have a stronger will than you,
Yeah.
so I kind of can.
You have a spaceship?
Right.
Yeah, I have a spaceship.
It's
all-
your planet
yeah.
called Titan.
It's all might makes right.
Yeah.
His point is essentially, I'm strong enough to do this, therefore it is the right thing to do.
Yeah, man, I love All Might. Sorry.
That's different though. All Might's like,
I just imagine Thanos with that
I have all
smile.
the strength, so I should do this. I'm the most powerful, so I should help others.
Right,
Versus,
basically.
I'm all powerful, so I should help others.
Okay, so
no,
Thanos said,
Thanos is like, I'm all powerful, so I should help myself.
No,
to my
he's
own
not helping
idea
himself.
of what being good is.
that's not helping himself. He's
Yeah,
using
that's-
his idea
he's doing it to help others.
Right, but his concept of how to help others is what is selfish. His formulation on it.
But
he may
in that
have
same idea, isn't All Might doing what he wants to help people for and getting the recognition to
but
be the
he's
smiling
he's
one?
observing other people's ideas of how to manifest their will and allowing them to pursue those. All Might isn't saying,
Look at me. I'm exactly what makes you
No, he's-
not afraid. I am what
well,
helps the world.
no, see, he is doing that, but he's also not saying, do what I do or you're fucked.
They didn't ask anybody to do what he did. He just did it.
Right.
After trauma, I guess, yeah, whenever he took Gamora's family
Right.
and killed that half the planet.
Thanos kind of, the whole idea of opposing him is just disagreeing with him.
Yeah. I think you're crazy, man. Well, I'm gonna break your neck.
Right, basically.
Right.
You'll never be a god. I mean, tomato.
yeah. So I guess the real question is, where on the force spectrum does Thanos lie?
Ooh, that's a good point. He's
Anakin
dark side, isn't he?
Skywalker.
Is he?
Anakin Skywalker,
But-
beginning of episode 3.
Let's
Anakin
see.
Skywalker episode 1.
He abducts small children,
And he kills them.
and he
Yeah, eventually.
he's willing to let people die for the greater good.
What he sees as the greater good.
What he sees is we can say the same thing about the Jedi
Right.
Order, though.
That's true, but
He's saying like Qui-Gon Jinn.
they're less like, I don't know. They're less.
Manipulative.
I was gonna say geared towards genocide.
He said, they have a religion, okay?
That's true.
Qui-Gon Jinn with a dash of episode 3 Anakin.
Okay, that's
Oh, okay, that was well considered.
Just a
see. I would
Come on, dude.
I would say someone like episode 3.
Window?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it because his lightsaber's purple?
No.
No.
Because of his general outlook, he's kind of
in
moving the
between.
Republic in the direction of
Yeah.
we got to do what we got to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if it was put to window, like, hey, we can win the war, but we're gonna have to use the Force and kill half the people in the galaxy. Like,
Window would be like, I mean,
I guess.
you really weigh it.
right. I mean, we're going to lose that many people anyway, so fuck it. Yeah.
I feel like this whole idea of light and dark means that there are inevitably agents on either side that exist to be foibles for their own side. You know? Because wouldn't that have to be the case?
Like just people keep.
Because Windu, he's light side of the Force, but his mindset enables the Empire to happen.
Right.
And lightsaber usage, right?
Yeah.
Like he had a dark side skill, like or study.
His-
of the
He was
blade.
able to study both sides and work and
Well, that's what his
figure out
choice.
the balance
Yeah, he
between
like
the two.
mixed up a version of the dark
He
side.
lets the dark side kind of flow through him when he's fighting.
That's why it's purple, because it's like red and blue.
And
Well,
he
that's because
Samuel
he's
Jackson
probably
asked
killed
for it.
people. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson asked
He
for it.
killed
But-
so many
Samuel Jackson
people his
asked
blue
for it, and we
lightsaber
had a
turned
good
purple.
explanation.
Well, that's the thing, is that the reason your lightsaber turns red is because of the amount of energy you put into it in killing people.
I thought those were because they were like bleeding.
They're
It's
overclocked.
because they're-
That's crystals. That's not canon anymore.
It's not canon anymore? When?
What is it now?
It's
Is it the crystals?
It's the way they're made and stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
They-
Aren't
farm
the red
certain colored
crystals like
crystals.
synthetic? I'm pretty sure red crystals.
No.
Yeah.
That's
No.
old canon.
Is it still old canon?
Pretty sure.
I remember hearing, I
Gee
think
darn
it
it.
was when, what game was that?
The Old Republic? Knights of the Old Republic?
Mm-mm.
Jedi
What?
Outcast.
Maybe on
Jedi?
GameCube?
Jedi Cat?
Yeah.
Were you
that
able to
is-
pick your lightsaber color?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It would,
That one, they said that you were, they were like farmed, and so you got to select what
Yeah.
color you wanted
Right.
based on that. But
it's also old canon, most likely.
Yeah, that's
probably,
that's
they
definitely
probably
old
did that.
canon.
I mean, it was Lucas Arts, so I assume they would try to keep things canon.
They fuck it up all the time. In Knights of the Old Republic, you would like go and mine for a crystal and then put it in your lightsaber based on what kind of Jedi
Yeah.
you would be.
I remember getting yellow.
Yeah, so you were a Sentinel?
Yeah.
Counselor.
It's kind of the same thing now. Only the lightsaber bleeds or not bleeds. Takes
Right.
on the
Or it takes on the.
So-
with the blue and green in lightsabers. They take on the color of just your
Aura?
basic
Yeah, your
your
energy.
force aura, and the only people who have the yellows are the sentinels and guardians at the temple.
Are red still killing people? Or is that just the aura from being
Dark Side?
cancerous enough to murder people?
I'm-
Right on.
So it was the one dude with the mask. I can't remember his name. He had a yellow one.
Plagueis?
No, he's a good guy.
Oh, the mask.
He had a mask. He's
Plo?
got- yeah, Plo.
Plo had green one.
No, he had a yellow one.
I thought he had green.
no, he
You
had
see
a
it in episode 3.
he had a yellow one.
He had a yellow one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking up. I thought he... Was he not green in Clone Wars?
I don't think so.
I have to look this up.
Get good.
All right,
That's
let's-
right. Kiadi is green.
Apparently it's they're synthetic. That's what I'm saying.
The red lightsabers?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. Success.
Trying to make show.
Sully just sent that to me.
Oh shit, it's blue. It's blue
Close?
in Clone Wars.
What?
Right?
He's just eating
That's
What?
crazy.
a hot pocket.
Maybe a Samuel died and he took his because that clothes broke.
So,
I don't know.
tell us what color lightsaber you'd have in the comments down below, and be sure to check out whatever things we put out this week. Maybe a couch log, maybe a night sesh, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye!